Bihar is a disaster-prone state, and 73% of the landmass of Bihar is actually prone to flooding annually, and then the remaining is also prone to drought. And with the impact of climate change, this is possibly going to be even more impacting. And therefore, it's important that Bihar State ensures that our infrastructure, our water and sanitation infrastructure is climate resilient and sustainable. It's important because there's a lot of investment that has gone in the last few years to put up infrastructure that is safe. That's at one point. But then it's important that the infrastructure is actually sustainable, especially because when the floods come and when disaster strikes, we are prone to earthquakes, we are prone to floods, we are prone to quite a number of hazards that will actually damage the infrastructure. So because a lot of investment has gone in, if they are not sustainable, then it means we have to repeat the cycle all over again. And so it's a waste on investment, a waste on resources, a waste of time, and an effort that goes in. And we also realize that because the state is, most of these districts, about 28 districts out of the 38 districts are actually flood prone. Because they're flood prone, there is an exposure to the women and the children, particularly because they're the most vulnerable. So during flooding, they're exposed to their lives are at risk, their health is at risk, their general well-being is at risk. Children will not go to school. If you look at issues of menstrual hygiene, for example, for the girls, their dignity, all these things put together are actually very negatively impacting to the women and children, and particularly children with and communities with disability. They are really the most vulnerable during disasters. And therefore, it's important that we put in place WASH infrastructure that is sustainable and that is safe for the use of these populations that I've actually spoken about. My main message is that we have to invest. We have to invest in designing sustainable infrastructure, climate resilient, sustainable infrastructure. So there has to be a sustainable investment in terms of resources. There has to be an investment in terms of the design. There has to be investment in bringing together different departments, convergence of departments that are involved or that are required to ensure that whatever we do at the community level is actually sustainable. There is my other message to the state is that we have to trickle down this information right down to the community level because they own the infrastructure. They need to be able to understand why it is being made climate resilient, and they need to be part of the solution in maintaining, in maintaining and ensuring that their own infrastructure is climate resilient. So my message to the state is threefold. One, the investment of ensuring that resources are allocated, are in place for this kind of infrastructure, water sustainable and safe infrastructure. The second message is to ensure the interdepartmental convergence, that every department is playing its role. We have the State Disaster Management Authority, we have Panchayati Raj, we have quite a number of departments that are actually involved in this sector. And even the departments that are involved with institutions like the health department, education department, because those facilities in institutions also need to be resilient. And so it's important that the state brings together all these departments in the dialogue. And then finally is the community engagement, ensuring that it trickles down to the community level.